And it appears that we are heading into Champ Select 4, game number 2 between Bamboozle and Astora.
I definitely think that this game, they perhaps don't want to ban so many jungles because the Rek'Sai performance from Hipster Dragon definitely impressed me a lot more than Evil Czar on Zac. I don't necessarily think that's a champion issue. I think that it was a problem with Evil Czar's pathing more than anything. But getting him onto one of those more proactive early game jungles like the Jarvan, if it's left up through picks and bans, or even like the Gragas, would just make things a lot easier for Evil Czar instead of having to feel like he has to force plays by using the elastic slingshot. Right out the gate, though, they are Astora is adapting their bans. They take out the Caitlyn and the Yasuo. Both champions were instrumental in that last game for Bamboozle to take the win. Ahri being banned versus Tweak. The Sona and Ahri bans are actually the same as from last game. Taking Lulu out as well, so they just really don't want to face the same bottom lane they did last time. But there are still a number of powerful bottom lanes available. Xayah and Tristana, of course, tier 1, 80 carries. And there's a number of Ardent supports. Janna, Nami, Karma, like all of these are available. Jarvan ban makes sense. It was banned last game as well. It's just one of the S tier jungle picks, and it's very flexible because you can send it to the top lane. I would expect them to likely take the Sejuani here, because that is in my opinion, the strongest jungle in the current meta. I think that it can be matched by like a Gragas or Gragas is actually the only one that I would say is on equal footing power level wise, but the Cho'Gath is another jungle option. You can also take the top lane.
I'm gonna have to sit in for 1 second just to answer Nate Dogg your question. I did put it in the chat. Quantum theory is the religion based around the belief that RNGesus is real. It's the best that's the best explanation about quantum theory I can give you in one tweet's worth of words.
Tristana being picked up here, as well as it looks like it's going to be the Maokai. I do expect that it'll be a Maokai jungle. I don't think that Maokai has enough lane presence for top. But Tristana, a very powerful pick. If you pair it with the Janna, then you're just going to have about as dominant of a laning phase as you did last game. And they'll be able to constantly shove in, especially if they do go ahead and lock in. Well, they don't lock in the Rakan.
For Overjoe. Is that a bit of a misstep, not going for the easy Xayah Rakan pickup here?
I think that Overjoe is kind of a Thresh main, is my understanding. I think I've heard him say that before. Thresh can definitely make big plays. Not picking up the Xayah, though, I think is a mistake, because I do expect it to be banned. And there will be the Janna pick as well. Just a very comfortable bottom lane. Tristan Janna, it's kind of hard to beat. I think Caitlyn Lulu is a slightly stronger bottom lane. Actually, it's about equal. Tristan is maybe a slightly better AD carry. Lulu's maybe a slightly better support, but
we'll see how
I think equal power level.
And Orianna taken away from Tweak once again. Definitely a pick they don't want to see from Tweak, or just a power pick they don't want to deal with right now.
Yeah, Orianna brings a lot to a team fight. It's a lot of utility and a lot of zone control. I don't think it's as intimidating as some, but it's definitely a reliable pick, and it's a very safe blind pick.
All right, and they do not. Astora says we do not want to deal with that Rek'Sai once again.
I actually feel like that's just a wasted ban, because I expect it to be Maokai and jungle. But versus the Shen, it's entirely possible that they send that Maokai top. If there's not a Cho'Gath ban, though, then I expect that they'll pick up Cho for the top lane.
Try and take over, abuse the Maokai just a hair. Kayn. So they're decided. There seems like 2 games in a row they're trying to target Hipster Dragon and ban him out.
And in both games, they just completely failed to do so because he's got that Maokai pick. Last game he got that Rek'Sai pick.
The Maokai, the Maokai is for the jungle, like you said. Gnar picked up for Illegal Jesus to we have an Ornn for Illegal Jesus. Jesus trying to put his name into the hat. Will he be the second best Ornn in the server over level 98 Geodude? We'll find that out today.
I like that Illegal Jesus actually hovered a couple of champions that I think were very strong picks. He hovered the Cho'Gath, he hovered the Gnar, and then he locked in this cheese. He locked in Ornn.
I don't know if it's cheese anymore. Those buffs are pretty naughty.
That is a Jhin. I disagree with this for so many reasons. Yeah, I mean, you're setting yourself up for failure taking Thresh Jhin into Tristana Janna. Like that's just a...
You would think that's going to be abused just a little bit, especially with an Ornn and a Maokai going against a diving Jhin. And we see Syndra has it picked up for Tweak and a Gangplank for Where's the Fun?
Bamboozle is definitely having a little bit of fun with this one. The Gangplank and the Ornn, both picks that can work. They have strong points. Gangplank is still the same late game monster he's always been. Ornn has been buffed quite a bit recently, and I think that his duelist potential is definitely higher than you would expect.
He's got that % health off the brittle.
I think if Bamboozle was actually going maximum tryhard right now, they would have taken Cho'Gath.
For what it's worth, I think they are. They have been practicing this Ornn pick quite a bit in the past few days. All right, for those of you just joining us, this is Bamboozle versus Astora. Phoenix League's Week 2 Onyx League games. This is the second one. I am Sarah Cruz, and this is also Roses. We are here to have some fun and cast some games. We got this obnoxious 3-minute delay where we get to have a little bit of fun with you in chat. Let us know how you think this game's going to go. Give me your bold prediction. Will Ornn get a triple kill in the top lane? Will Syndra get a 2-man ultimate? Will Jhin, the Jhin Thresh, abuse Tristana and Janna in lane, or are they going to get the business end of the stick from the Dayquil Nightquil bot lane? Let us know what you think. Will also Roses fix his communication issues as he lags more than my stream?
Excuse me?
I'm kidding. You got a little scraggly a couple times, but I'm going to talk as my streams drop so many frames. So what's your bold prediction also, Roses?
My bold prediction is Jhin gets a double kill in lane.
No, that's not bold enough. That's actually reasonable.
Is it?
I want the hottest take you can get here.
Okay, the hottest take I can take is Ornn hits a 5-man ultimate.
Oh my goodness, who's been training these color casters? They don't understand the art of the bold prediction.
What are you talking about? That's bold as hell. I've never seen Ornn hit an ultimate on more than 2.
Yo, I need to show you a highlight from Jinaba's stream there from the other day as I hit a 3-man knockup into another 3-man knockup. Because, see, the cleanest Ornn on the server is actually me.
Oh. Okay,
yeah.
Well,
my Ornn support.
How about this for bold?
No. I will okay. My bold
Baron with his ultimate.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Here is my bold prediction. Sejuani solo kills Gangplank. And see, I'm not an analyst. I don't have to provide an explanation for how that can happen.
Sejuani solo killing the Gangplank?
Yeah, I could just say that without any repercussions because I'm only play-by-play, dude.
That's actually entirely possible. Kind of.
Yeah. Well, here we are, 18 seconds away from loading in. I'm going to get these overlays back in place. Will Bamboozle close out the series, or will Astora make a series out of it and push this into a game 3? We'll find out as we begin to load into game number 2 between these two squads.
I really disagree with the bottom lane choice from Astora here. The Jhin and the Thresh is highly questionable. Jhin is not the typical AD carry you see in this meta. He's not an attack speed AD carry. At least they had the common sense not to pair him with an Ardent support, because Jhin just really gets nothing from the Ardent buff since they removed the on-hit heal. If Astora is going to win this bottom lane, it's going to have to be on Overjoe's back. Like, he's going to have to be he's going to have to be channeling his inner Mad Life, Thresh God. Because if he doesn't hit big hooks and make big plays, then they're just going to get shoved in, and Jin's going to lose CS under his turret.
Well, my analysis is Bamboozle's going to lose because that is not a Meowkai. How's that for hard-hitting analysis?
But it's Pora Rider Sejuani.
That's why they're going. That's why Astora's going to win. Oh my God, Jesus! Don't hit me with that dance. Ornn has the best dance in the game. Trundle has been dethroned. Have you seen Ornn dance?
No, I have not.
Or maybe he'll do it again. Let's keep an eye on the Ornn here.
Overjoe actually picking.
There it is! Oh my goodness, that dance. I love it.
It's the same as Garen's dance.
No, it isn't. He's doing this running move. We see Syndra and Gangplank trading some blows here. No, dude. Garen does the Johnny Bravo thing. Does the monkey. Do the monkey with me.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Ornn's got the little running thing, and he makes signs like, hup, 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 hup. It's amazing. It's an amazing dance.
You will see there actually is a Relic Shield in both bottom lanes, but Astora didn't get the memo that Relic Shields are only for AD carries.
Well, that's to rush the Ardent.
One up.
That's for the rush on the Ardent sensor. Thresh won't Thresh not benefit from picking up Ardent sensor?
No, Thresh won't get the Relic Shield, Thresh won't get an Ardent sensor, but I think that he still should have gone coin, because while you get a little bit of extra sustain from the Relic Shield, your gold generation is severely gated.
Yeah, but you also, it feels like you get a little bit more squishy. We'll see how that pans out for them, however, as bottom buff taken, red buff being taken here by Evil Zara, blue buff being taken, red buff, I cannot speak, being taken by a Hipster Dragon, and we begin our game. Another thing to consider, Jhin went Doran's Blade instead of the usual Doran's Ring that we've been seeing lately from Jin's.
Excuse me, did you say Doran's Ring?
Yeah, Jin's have been taking Doran's Ring for quite some time now.
I was not aware of that development.
Yeah, that's been around for over a month, because the idea, or almost 2 months now, the idea is that Doran's Ring, you max Q first, it gives you more mana in lane, and his Q stacks more with AP than it does the AD that Doran's Blade gives you. So you max Q, bully them out of lane, and you increase your mana. Oh, hook lands onto NyQuil. Coffin getting the Janna to half health. They don't care. They go hard onto the Jhin, and he takes more damage than Dayquil does. But yeah, that's been a development in the meta for quite some time now. Jhin takes Doran Ring for the mana sustain, so he can continue just poking and abusing the opposing bot lane with the Doran's Ring passive and mana generation.
I guess we both disagree with the Doran's Blade then. You would have liked to see a ring. I actually would like to see him get a longsword and 3 pots. But the fact that they're already going even, or even I would be willing to say that they're losing the trades in that bottom lane, versus a Relic Shield Tristana at level 1 is very concerning for what it means, what's going to be going on in this bottom lane after the first backs.
Alrighty, so let's take some stock here in what is occurring across the map.
Looks like we have vertical jungling. Both Maokai and Sejuani going into enemy jungle, picking up some camps. Is that your Discord going wild or mine?
I don't know. Are you hearing sounds?
It's mine. Somebody's standing there. Got some action in the top lane. Ornn actually doing a lot of damage back onto that Sejuani. I, for one, welcome our new Ornn Overlord. If the buffs are as good as they say, I look forward to seeing Ornn in every solo queue game.
Yeah, who's messaging him on Discord, my dude? Who wants your attention? Don't they know you're casting?
It's Javante Fizzy Lewis, the starting jungle for Team MVP.
Oh, what's he saying?
Bunch of trash.
Wait, really? Give us the deets.
It was literally just a lot of nonsense letters in one of our team chats.
Holy moly. Alright, well, here we go. Hook goes wide. And Overjoe gets punished by a couple autos from Dayquil. We haven't seen much jungler interaction with the lanes, as Sejuani and Maokai are just content farming out this early game.
I think that's actually... I think that letting the jungles just farm it out is in favor of
the Hook misses. What a dodge by NyQuil in the tornado to save him.
But Sedge hasn't been strictly power farming. They've actually ganked twice now, once in the bottom and once in the top.
Oh, that's right. I'm a blind idiot.
You'll see that Sejuani is actually one level down on the Maokai. They will, of course, get catch-up experience when they go to take their next camp.
Oh,
but
never mind. Pings were going out. We thought the Shen was going to come down in the mid lane.
Sadly, though, there aren't any camps for Sejuani to take on this side of the map, so he's going to have to go to his wolves before he can pick up any more CF.
Oh, man, these hooks are so close. After a really good first hook, nothing quite yet from Overjoe. Oh, knock up with the Q. See, that's what you hit.
Ornn has got a massive minion wave right there, too, which means that even if Young Gnarl wanted to, he couldn't take the fight.
Here's a quick question for you. Do you feel like Ornn, when he knocks up off his Q, the knock up... Oh, hook lands on the Dayquil. No buffer from the rocket jump. Does rocket jump to save?
Takes a tower shot as well.
Yeah. Bit of a mechanical misplay out of Dayquil, as he could have easily buffered that with his rocket jump. But do you feel like Ornn's knockup is wider, is a larger radius when he hits his Q, little Q pillar, than when it is when he hits a wall? Oh, hook lands onto Janna. No extended trade out of it. See, look at Coffin. Super low on mana and using all his abilities throughout this game. Ignite coming through. Does Dayquil make it up?
Will he get the last auto? He should flash for it here.
Nope. Decides against it, knowing that heal and barrier are still available. Hook lands onto NyQuil. The heal comes out, shields himself, and they decide to go in onto Overjoe. The Gangplank ultimate comes out. Dayquil has to flash out a Shen ult. Young Gnarl saves the day. Taunt lands onto NyQuil. Does he get out? Flash burn, but he flashes to get the first blood onto the Shen. And Dayquil might fall too, but uses the barrier. Heal is out on Coffin. Dayquil jumps up, but the auto comes through, and Dayquil will fall. We see more extended trading mid lane as Hipster Dragon is on tweet. The stun lands. They eat an orange, flashes. It is okay. But this could be first tower going in favor of Astora. As I was saying, though, you know, they were trying to punish. Coffin had no mana, was unable to cast any abilities because of his lack of a Doran's shield. Doran's ring, my apologies. But Bit of a misplay out of the Bamboozle bot lane.
Loaded. Yeah, absolutely. All 4 summoner spells being used by both bot lanes, actually. In addition to the Shen flash and it looks like in mid lane there were 2 flashes used as well by Maokai and Gangplank. So lots of summoners down, just a very explosive couple of seconds there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and despite all that action, Bamboozle is up still 800 gold, and this is coming off of the 20 CS lead Gangplank has over Syndra, in addition to his gold generation passive. He is 1,000 gold ahead of Syndra, and with the kill as well.
You'll notice, though, that currently in the bottom lane, Coffin is up a pickaxe versus Tristana. So well, hold up here. We've got some.
Knockup doesn't land. And that seems to be getting the bot lane as we shift up top and now back to bot because direct to camera is not the best observer for competitive games. Stun lands. Uses his orange to get out. If Tweak was a little bit quicker on the trigger, he could have gotten a kill there with his ultimate, you'd think. But here's a Hipster Dragon. The ultimate comes on through, gets the root, the knockup, barrel proc, tanks the Sejuani ultimate, but it's not enough. Tweak presses R and gets the outplay onto Where's the Fun, who falls.
Yeah, the Syndra outplay, for sure. That was
hook lands, there's the root. No flay as of yet. Nyquil goes for the Janisect, but it might not be enough. Underestimating the damage, it gets popped. Dayquil is taken dangerously low as well. Does not want to get hit by that 4th shot. Put on the dancing shoes, but Overjoe takes the kill. The Gangplank ultimate is not enough to finish up any kills there as well. This game is quickly getting out of hand as 5 kills over 1 in favor of Astora right now. But more trading in the top lane. Illegal Jesus smells blood, but knows Young Narwhal has the taunt to get out. You're awfully quiet, my friend.
There was just a lot going on. I was letting you play by play. With the pressure onto this first tower, I think that they've actually, at this point, they made me a believer in this Thresh Jhin bottom lane. They've played around it very well, and they've gotten a large advantage.
But Hipster Dragon is here. Shen ultimate comes through. It's not enough. Overjoe falls, and there is no Shen, but there's Ornn. You hear the ram, the knockup onto the Jhin. Can't proc the brittle though. Tristana goes in deep with the rocket jump and gets the kill. Jumping in again. It is 2 tanks against 4. Young Narwhal and Evil Zara can only watch as the Shen falls. In fact, Shen is Young Narwhal. First tower does not go in Astora's favor. Instead, the Tristana will be getting that first brick.
Yep, and that's just they dogpiled the bottom lane. They recognized the fact that they were getting close to losing that first brick money, and they did something about it. And now it looks like they'll actually be getting the first tower gold for themselves.
Let's see
if they don't choose to just rotate down.
Yeah, decided not to risk it. Don't want to overstay, just like Astora did. And we might have a fight brewing over the Infernal Drake. No, everyone backs off, get the vision. Take the comeback team fight, and we got a close game on our hands. Lots of scrapping in both games.
Yeah, looks like Illegal Jesus is actually going for that Righteous Glory first, I believe. Though he also has picked up a Catalyst as
Probably for the health. Hipster Dragon goes in on the Coffin. There's the ultimate. Has a Yordle with him, but the Thresh Lantern saves the day. Hipster Dragon has no mana. Still walks up and gets popped by Coffin 0. Dayquil running for his life. Sejuani does have ult available. Evil Zara, does he have enough mana? Seems like it. Do they pull the trigger? This tower is incredibly low. Bamboozle decides to give up on it, and there's the ult landing onto Nyquil. The tower's not taken out yet. There it goes. Buster shot tries to save the day, but the root comes in from Coffin Pike, forcing Nyquil to flash away. Overjoe is searching for the hook, goes wide.
Very aggressive.
Oh, but there's the flay. Heal has to be used to save Dayquil.
Overjoe flashed very aggressively there when I think that they should have been content to just to take the objective and back off. Infernal Drake still up on the map though, and with that first tower going down, I think
Overjoe's looking for it.
Astora has...
Oh, getaway free card. Where's the fun going in on Tweak? The exhaust comes out. Where's the fun? Might not have been expecting that. Tweak doesn't want to get crit to death or something, but flashes away himself.
That was a very defensive flash. I don't think it was necessary yet. But
Overjoe and Hipster Dragon. Oh, here it comes, the shooting gallery. Hipster Dragon just trying to block out the Jhin ults, but now he may be caught as well. No mana on Tweak, doesn't get rooted. Very fortunate for him that Tweak has not gotten that blue buff to have mana for this. And the bot tower falls in return for Bamboozle. They are up 400 gold.
Is picking up quite a CS lead. He's almost 40, not quite, but almost 40 CS up in that top side of the map. Ornn buffs, I guess, are legit. I know that we have a couple of Ornn players on the server. So maybe we'll be seeing more of that in our matches in the upcoming weeks.
Yep. Alrighty, and so there's the blue buff. No running out of mana for Tweak now. Where do we see Bamboozle and Astora rotating their bot lanes here? Thresh has made his appearance top. Jhin may be following shortly after. He's in his bot side jungle.
Both bottom lanes top is the correct decision, especially with Bamboozle having just picked up that Infernal Drake. And actually, yeah, it does look like Bamboozle is sending their duo topside with Astora's duo already.
There's the stun Q. Surprised not to see an ultimate, but here we go, going for the Rift Herald, and getting on the map a little quicker and pushing in the mid laner works out in favor of Astora as they get the Rift Herald buff. We'll see where they place him next. Hipster Dragon in on the mid lane. There's the Gangplank ult. The knock-up. Tweak doesn't even get a chance to press the outplay button. And we see in top lane, Young Gnarl's taking incredibly low as well. Eagle Jesus flooring, getting the ram out. Misses the knock-up on both bot laners of Astora. It might not matter as Dayquil goes on to Overjoe. Doesn't want to risk the hook, but the Sejuani ult comes through. Dayquil will fall. Shen and Sejuani saving the day, and Nyquil is definitely going to be next. Double kill for the Jhin. But if we switch towards the mid lane, we see where's the fun. Trying to push up on this bot mid lane tower with his Maokai in tow.
Dropping the Rift Herald right away, though.
In the top lane.
They actually could have taken this tower without Rift Herald, and that would have given them more resources to use to potentially get the mid lane turret. Of course, they did trade the Herald for the Infernal Drake. I think that in terms of immediate value, that the Herald... Well, actually, they're not even going to get a tower off this, so...
there it is.
Yes, they do get it. I think going in, like, the longer the game runs, the happier you are with trading Infernal Drake for a Rift Herald, because, of course, you get that plus 4 or plus 8% damage.
Ooh, Hipster goes on to Tweak. He has no friends around just yet. Where's the fun? And Nyquil trying to get there. He's trying to spook him away. Really. No harm, no foul.
Optimistic move there from Hipster Dragon.
Just a merry jest, but it did force Tweak out of lane. And Tristana might be grabbing red buff and then heading mid, because that... We'll see which tier 1 tower Bamboozle wants to go for next, because it's obvious Astora just wants that mid lane to open up the map.
Absolutely. You know, I talked about it a little bit last game. I think I mentioned it almost every mid lane tier 1. Most towers Legend, because it just opens up so much of the map.
Oh, Eden Orange. It's okay.
Orange. Yeah.
This Gangplank is going to start hurting soon. Triforce is completed. How long until he starts seeing those double 3-barrel pops? Ultimate 2 clear the wave.
5, 1, and 2 on this Jhin, showing that you don't have to be an attack speed 80 carry to carry a game. He actually has gone ahead and gone for that crit build, though, instead of what I would tend to expect from the Jhin, which is that lethality build.
There's the stun, and the mid lane dueling begins. However, Shen is top. Ultimate is not available, doesn't have TP yet, but Illegal Jesus is here, spotted in the bush. They know that, and he walks out, might be heading for the top. And no, it is Tristana. He will stay here for the mid lane stand, provide just a little bit of CC and maybe enough damage to make the 4v4 here possible for Bamboozle without their AD carry.
I think that Astora should definitely try and take a fight here while Dayquil is out of position. They can't realistically dive against Maokai and Ornn, though, so doesn't amount to much. Side lane pressure on the bottom lane, though, looks like they're going to send Tweak to stop that.
Yep. And if Bamboozle sees that, do they themselves pull the trigger? In fact, they do. Going on Overjoe, the Maokai root comes in. Shenult is coming on through. Tristana doesn't care. He's going on to Coffin. Coffin flashes for the kill. We see Thresh fall here. Dayquil just autoing against someone. He lives. The Monsoon is here. It's a shooting gallery, but there's no one to shoot as it's just the tanks in the way. This incredibly deep dive. The stun lands for Syndra. The W comes through. Ultimate goes in on NyQuil. Gets the kill. Is Tweak the hero that Astora needs? No, indeed he falls to the flash Q. The flash parlay out of Where's the Fun. 4 for 1 in favor of Bamboozle. And the Gangplank ult finishes off the delayed ace. Bamboozle rolling over. They're the ones that pull the trigger. They're the ones that get the mid lane tower and a 5,000 gold lead.
That was just a very well executed dive, and I don't think that they'll be able to get an inhibitor off of this, but they'll almost certainly go ahead and pick up this tower.
Oh, the ignite onto the Maokai. Overjoe with the dubstep ignite. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a mistake, I think, to send Syndra to the bottom lane, just because that opened up the option for the dive. I don't know. I think Shen was still walking down from the top side of the map. I think that perhaps they should have sent... yeah, actually...
Maybe send Shen to back into the bot lane to deal with it because his ult was available.
Yeah, that would have been the best option, but I think if they did that they would have actually been a little bit behind the play, and that they would have lost a significant amount of golden experience to their tower. Obviously, that would have been preferable to getting having that huge dive in the mid lane, but it's just hard to make that call in the moment.
Yep, and we see Maokai starts up the Mountain Drake. The rest of his squad is here. Where's the Fun in the mid lane? We might have another team fight. Is Evil Zara looking for the steal here? They know it's happening, but Bamboozle themselves know he's there. In fact, he's going for it, has the Lantern, does not get the stun, but does get the Lantern out. Meanwhile, on the side, Syndra gets popped, caught by the Ornn in the Gangplank. Here comes the Ornn ultimate, the engage, goes wide. Maybe a bit of a misclick there. No more engage tools, but Overjoe uses his engage tool to try and peel him off. Knockup lands onto the Thresh. We just see the Janna and Ornn are just abusing Sejuani and Overjoe. Sejuani taken very low, but then the crit comes in and NyQuil falls. There might be just a 1-for-1 in this extended fight. Where's the Fun is chasing the Shen around in the topside river. It's chaos on the Rift.
Now, while the kills are still even in this game, Team Bamboozle has just been playing around objective.
Oh, there's the knockup, and he is alone. The flay, the hook, it doesn't matter. And Dayquil getting a little frisky there, will be punished and falls by the stun from Tweak. All that's left is Where's the Fun and 2 tanks. Let's see what happens. The chase is on. Tweak's looking for the stun. Does get Hipster Dragon. The root is in. He will fall, accepts his fate, and dies to Coppin 0. That is the jungler and the ADC down for Bamboozle. Do they go for mid or they go for Baron here?
I think that going for Baron is very risky. There's still a Gangplank on the map. still in Ornn, like they would be pushed off Baron 90% of the time. Honestly, they just even with the 2 kills there, they didn't have enough of an advantage to push any objectives. They really just needed to push out all of their lanes and buy some time. But with the Gangplank scaling and with the 2 super tanks on both teams, I don't really think that Astora has a scaling advantage, because Tristana will eventually outscale Jhin. In fact, we're already getting close to that point. I think that when both of these AD carries hit their 3rd item, Tristana will be in a favorable position.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, we see that all the fighting has prevented much farming from going on. Look at the CS numbers across the map. Way more fighting than... Speaking of fighting, Maokai may be caught out of position here, but it's just 2 tanks. They don't want to deal with him.
Yeah, CS numbers are lower than you would typically expect from this caliber of play, but I think that part of that's just because there's been so much grouping going on that they've been losing a lot of lane farm.
We see Dayquil and Knife will take this up. Our taunt lands. It might be the downfall of the young Narwhal, though, as the rest of Bamboozle is here. Indeed, the Shen falls. 3-0-6 on this Ornn. Illegal Jesus making a bit of a case for himself to be the 2nd best Ornn in the server.
Bamboozle actually just wants to draw this out for as long as possible, because they've got a slow push in the side of the map that is actually Syndra's already on her way to answer. Oh, actually, no. They're starting the Baron, so Syndra can't answer that bottom wave.
Yep, well, here we are. Where's the fun? Is sitting here, gets the barrel. It is on the tank stacking armor, so this doesn't do too much. And, misses the barrel onto the Jhin. Here comes the Ornn ultimate. We are watching. Sejuani goes in, but the Janna ultimate to save the day. This Baron is so low. Who gets the smite fight? Sejuani gets the smite. Hipster Dragon gets out smite, but here's the team fight afterwards. Jhin is very low. Syndra is down. Coffin Zero falls as well. Young Narwhal is in there all alone with nowhere to go. Flash is out. The continued fight goes on. The barrels fall for Gangplank to get the slow. We see the 2 tanks in the top lane fighting it out. Hipster Dragon just trying to get the delay, gives up on the chase, or does he? Oh, he could have gone for the blast plant. Now Hipster Dragon gets the blast plant, the headbutt out. We see in the top lane as they go for the dragon. Let's take a look up there. They're pushing in, the tower. They're pushing in for the tier 2 tower. We see, and it looks like they're going to get it. It is just a Thresh and a Shen trying to hold the fort here. Do they have the CC to hold it here? Young Narwhal taken dangerously low. If we look over here, we see Sejuani backing, finally getting away with that Baron buff. But is it may be too little too late as they lost the top tier 2 tower and Bamboozle is backing out safely.
Evil Zara was actually a level up going into that smite fight. I think that's why he managed to secure the Baron over Hipster Dragon. It was a risky play from Bamboozle. They knew that they had that bottom lane pushing, drawing a member potentially to answer it, and they had the leg up. Like they did have priority on Baron, but I think that they should have pulled off of it and engaged with the Ornn ultimate instead of just trying to use the Ornn ultimate and the Janna ultimate to zone and secure the Baron. I think they should have tried to use those to win the fight and not risk that 50-50.
Oh, Where's the Fun gets done. 2v1. Does Where's the Fun have it? Oh my goodness, that damage on a Tweak. There's the ultimate. Is this the outplay? Tweak falls in a 3v1. Where's the Fun? Trades himself out for the opposing mid laner.
Yeah, we've got one last dragon spawning before.
The Maokai goes in onto the Sejuani. Evil Zara already taken down to a third of their health, but gets the lantern to safety. And this is still a sizable gold lead for Bamboozle. In fact, they don't care that they have a Baron buff. They are just pushing in for these inhibs. The ultimate from Sejuani lands onto the Nyquil. Shen is here. Nyquil flashes out, uses the Monsoon to save himself. Hipster Dragon is onto the Shen. But it is a fight in the backline as we look at these ADCs straight back and forth. In fact, we see Dayquil chasing Coffin out. He does not. He remembers that laning phase and wants Coffin Zero to know who's boss here. But the rest of the tanks in the middle of the fight. The hook missed by Overjoe. Dayquil will most certainly get the kill here. Syndra is here. There is no ultimate available on the Gangplank, but the knockup, the double knockup with the tornado and the Ornn. Shin does fall. Tweak's going to have to make a miracle ultimate here. Hopefully stop Dayquil and stop this push. Stun lands on a Hipster Dragon. Dayquil's staying just outside the zone. There's the exhaust, but no ultimate yet from the Syndra. Hipster Dragon will fall to the tower. Teleport in. Where's the fun is here. Tweak is looking for the stun. Can they hold? Oh, 3-man stun, but no way to follow up. Bamboozle decides it's not worth the push here. Maybe not try and give them a little bit more gold, and they back out.
I think actually they probably could have pushed to end the game there. They still had about 10 to 15 seconds without Coffin coming back onto the map, but much safer just to go ahead, back out, pick up this Mountain Drake, and reset for
Oh my goodness, that barrel damage. And Dayquil gets hit by that hook from Overjoe again. Does get the rocket jump to safety, however. Ornn chilling. Mountain Drake is started, but they are very low, and Hook lands onto Illegal Jesus, trying to get out with the Unstoppable from his W. And now they start the Mountain Drake. Let's see, ults are available on both sides. Where's the fun? Gets the dragon over the Smite of Evil Zara, who's just sitting there after the body slam gets knocked up. He may die here. Indeed, the Sejuani, the Poro falls.
Shen just finished a Titanic Hydra.
Oh, Tweak gets engaged on by Hipster Dragon. There's the Gangplank ultimate. Sorry, misspoke there. Righteous Glories come out. That could be it. No Sejuani, no Syndra. Bamboozle's pushing in the bot wave with Where's the Fun. Tristana is top, however, so they can't quite end it just yet.
Yeah, actually, I think that sending Dayquil there to answer that top side wave was likely a mistake. At this late into the game, you don't really care about that farm. You don't really care about that tier 2 tower. This Jhin ultimate's not even tickling.
I think it's meant to be wave clear, but oh my goodness, what happened to Shen's health from Where's the Fun? Team fight under the tower, but it's just the tanks fighting the tanks as Where's the Fun focuses the turret. NyQuil does get hit by the hook, but gets out safely. The inhibitor is the focus now. It's going to be a 5v4. Tristana's moving her way up the mid lane. Where's the Fun gets hooked, but eats an orange. It's K. Stun does not land to scatter the weak, missing all the balls there. Illegal Jesus playing frontline here, going in onto Overjoe. In fact, he may fall here. There's the hook onto the Ornn. Hipster Dragons onto Coffin Zero. Shen ult is through. I cannot see the screen because something gets my attention, but then we have the Ornn ultimate. Tweak falls to Dayquil. We watch as Shen's going to be taken out by the 2 tanks. Gangplank takes out the Shen. The Evil Zara will fall next, and that's going to be the 4 kill. Is this the ace? No, Dayquil does not greed for it. They're looking for the end. And there's the ace. Bamboozle takes the series. Quadra kill on the Gangplank. Woo, sorry about that team fight. NVIDIA GeForce Experience decided it had important things to say to me over the game.
Very, just a dominating performance by Bamboozle, to be honest. They drafted really well. I think that the Yasuo getting through in game 1 was a mistake by Astora. I don't think that's actually what lost them the game, but it certainly didn't help. This game, nobody would have seen the Gangplank Ornn coming. I don't think that that's something that Astora can be criticized for in their draft phase. I think that both compositions were very good. The Jhin Thresh worked out very well in the early game, but of course those picks fall off while Tristana just continues to scale into the late game, and they lost the top side of the map with the Shen into
Ornn.
Excuse me, the Shen into the Ornn.
Yeah. Now let's see if we can get ourselves some interviews here after that Bamboozle win. Let's see here, new mentions, yada yada yada. All right, so I'm being informed I should look at the damage chart. Ooh, baby, where's the fun in Gangplank? Well, there it is right there. Out-damaging everyone in the game, and even Ornn out-damaging everyone on the side of Astora.
Yeah, Gangplank getting 10,000 damage more than Tristana, though, is certainly very impressive.
Yeah, now let's see if anyone wants to have an interview. Please hop on in. I am not an admin, so I do not have the ability to drag people in to this room. If the lovely NyQuil would be so kind as to drag someone in to the stream booth, that would be quite lovely.
We can just move to main lobby for the interview if necessary.
Alrighty, so see what happens.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey!
What do you? How are you feeling after those games, Dayquil?
I hate the meta right now. Everybody goes bot lane and they just shit on you. It's annoying, bro. Anyways, yeah, it was pretty good. Illegal Jesus almost outdamaged me on the second game. So I did pretty shit.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that second game.
Well.
There was quite a bot lane fiesta. What do you think about the laning phase against Overjoe and Coffin Zero?
I fucking hate the laning phases meta. Don't talk. Okay, so I don't know why they picked Jhin, because Jin's pretty shite, but it worked pretty well. They got some good hooks, and they stacked their CC pretty well to like the maximum, especially when I think they got the kill on NyQuil. Near our turret, they got the Thresh hook followed by Jhin snare, and basically Thresh just fucked us. But yeah, when they sent literally every single person down there, it was interesting, but we just knew that Gangplank's just gonna slowly
outscale,
just shit on everybody.
Yeah. So, speaking of the Thresh hooks, we noticed you weren't quite buffering the CC as well as one would hope at the Tristana rocket jump. Is that something you've been working on? Is that just a random thing this game just out of sync? What's going on?
Mostly, I never really thought about it because I've been pretty bad lately. But okay, so like Tristana versus Thresh, like Tristana doesn't really beat the Thresh. I think. Okay, so especially in our lane where, I think Thresh could just like literally just take the lantern, and the way we were positioning, we were trying to zone off the Jhin. So if Thresh ever hooked me and I tried to buffer the jump, then he would just take it with me and lantern, and basically NyQuil would be out of position.
Gotcha.
So like that's why I never really did it, and also I was scared of.
It's an interesting way to look at that. I didn't even think about that. Now, another question we have: the Ornn pick from Illegal Jesus. Also, Roses wants to know a little bit more about that. I'm sure.
The Ornn pick.
Yeah, 3-0-13.
I've said it since he got released, dude. I think Ornn's one of the strongest champions, like in general. Like
they just had to get him to feel less clunky,
because everybody they have to sit on like 1,700 gold, and then they back, and then they get a decent item. Ornn literally just keeps on buying, and I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever. And the fact that they buffed his ult to where he basically like supersonic speed headbutts it is pretty nutty, and the fact that nobody really expects it. Yeah. So I think Ornn's really good.
All right. Well, anything else you'd like to say to all your screaming fans?
I'm the best AD carry. My team just requires me to just carry him. If you want to see me, I'm gonna be streaming on twitch.tv/I'm the best. Okay. Bye.
All right. Well, that's it for us today. No interviews from Team Astora.